Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 25. This is going to be a start from scratch run in the sense that I selected the start from scratch option in the menu, which does give us $250,000 of upfront cash as well as $250,000 of a loan. But we're going to basically be doing a lot of the same things we did in the live stream, at least initially. The difference is I am going to allow myself to take loans in this one. I thought about it. I did some math, and I feel like the loans will ultimately just speed up the gameplay a bit more, as long as we're careful with the loans and don't go over where we can't afford the interest rate, or, you know, we're barely getting by with the interest rate and things like that. So I'm going to try to keep that in mind as we progress through this. But I've done a little bit of math, and I think we can get ourselves basically back to where I left off that last series, with the $750,000 we would take if we were to get the full loan and the money that we've got right now. Now, that does sound worse than how we left off in the last series, because last series we had all of that stuff and no loan to pay off. But I think it will very quickly pay off the loan, and then we can just continue to get loans as we need them, provided that the stuff that we're buying with the loans is going to more than pay for the interest rate and things like that. So that's kind of the thought process here. We're going to do something very similar to the last run, but I think it might start off a little bit behind, but it will very quickly accelerate and pass that other series in no time at all. And I apologize for not getting the series out sooner. I meant to start this really right after the live stream stuff ended, but life just got crazy for me, and it's been hard for me to really sit down and be able to start a brand new series. So hopefully you guys forgive me for that, but we're here now, and we'll hopefully be able to get a good new series going pretty well here. So we do need a few things. In fact, let's go check the used lot, because that's going to help dictate a lot of stuff. Oh, look, let's just start with cotton, or sugar beets, or not sugar beets. Yeah, sugar beets and red beets, actually. We need, we don't need a cultivator. We don't actually need any of this stuff right now. So that's not going to be helpful to us. Ultimately, we're going to buy both these fields. And the reason we're going to buy both these fields is because only by buying both these fields will we actually have made enough money from the, essentially, first off, silage that we'll be selling to afford the loans in the first place. So that's something I got to get into the habit of. Buying fields is going to almost always be profitable for the price of the loan. Buying equipment, potentially less so. And so we have to be a little bit more equipped when we're thinking about equipment, but buying the fields should never be a problem. Now, the only reason that buying the fields will be a problem is if buying the field means we can't get the equipment that we need. That's where that becomes a problem. But as long as we have the money, if we want to take out a loan to get another field, if we have the ability to get another loan to get another field, that will almost always math out to being an increase of our income versus the interest rate that we have to pay on the loan. So something to think about. And that's just with grass. There's lots of other crops that actually could even math that out even more. So all right. So first up, let's go ahead and just buy some fields. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and buy the two fields that I already talked about. We are going to buy this field, and we're going to buy this field. Now, these are not very expensive fields, to be fair, so that's good. But we're going to buy both of these fields and be able to start working on these right away. Now, we do need a tractor, of course. I'm probably going to go with a medium tractor because we want one that's powerful enough. We're actually going to go square bales this time, I think. I think that's the plan. If I've done the math right, I think we can afford square bales. So let me go look at the square balers and make sure I get an understanding of exactly how much we're going to need horsepower-wise for this. I think this one right here is both the cheapest and needs the lowest amount of horsepower by far. And I don't see any reason why we would ever need any of these other ones when this one right here is going to be just fine. So we're going to buy this one. Not yet, but we will get this one. So we do need a tractor that can do 200 horsepower at least. So I believe that's a medium tractor. Let's just jump in here real quick and make sure. We'll kind of look at towards the end here. You can go up to 201. So 114 for you. We maxed you out, which we don't have to do right away, but we might as well. There's three different variants there. So 201 is the max there, and that's going to cost us 147 right now without changing some of the other options. So 147. Any other tractors that really jump out at me that could be 200 horsepower? That might be like about the only one. That's right on the line, to be honest. More than likely we're going medium. All right, so 147. let's check in the medium ones. I mean, medium, we can obviously grab something like this. Now, we can't do this with the mower that I want to get, but something like this, very cheap, 200 and, once we bump it up, 200 horsepower right there. We can even go up to 225, right? And it's way less than that other tractor. So there are going to be some medium tractors that we can use. We just got to make sure they have the front attachment. So we did I just added a new one in here. This one's a 190. It might actually be able to handle everything we need to handle. I've actually used this. Is this the one I used in FS25 a while back? Can't remember. I've also used this one before. 190 could probably pull a 195 horsepower requirement thing, right? That would probably be fine. This old John Deere. It's not pretty. I think it would be able to do the job. As I hate that it exits me all the way back out to the main screen when I do that. We could just start with one of these guys. I wish with these AGCO / Challenger / AGCO Whites, I wish that they're all the same tractor, obviously. I wish those had the front attachment because those are actually really, really nice. There's no way to add that, right? Yeah, it just never has the front attachment. Those would be perfect. But not to be, I suppose. This Valtra, it's a bit more expensive, but it has some potential, you know. It could definitely get even more powerful than what we currently already are thinking. Oh, well, there we go. This Agro, just Deutz-Fahr right here, 230 horsepower, has a front attachment, only 89,000 bucks. Again, not super exciting. Maybe someday we can get something that's super exciting. But this is actually a really good price for exactly what we need. It's not again, it's a sad looking tractor in general. It's actually the same tractor as this one, isn't it? No, I guess it's about, I thought that the styling was the same. It is not quite the same. So I think we're going to grab this tractor. Isn't this the one we ended up on with a Let's Play? I think we did. Or the live stream, I mean. I believe this is the one we ended up on the live stream. I'm going to grab standard, medium. So what's the difference between standard and medium? Is there actually a visible difference? They don't look that much different, to be honest. But it's only 3,000 bucks. I'll grab the wider tires just because it gives a little bit better traction, things like that. 92,000 bucks seems like a bargain to me. All right, we'll grab this. And we are going to be buying some of this equipment. Anything that we just don't feel like we need all the time, we will probably think about leasing. We do need to get us a plow or a subsoiler or whatever, just something to plow up the crop that's already there, because we're not going to harvest what's already there. There's just no value there. I'm looking for subsoilers here. This is my favorite. You guys know that. Is there one that's like a little bit wider that's not too bad on price? I mean, that one's 4 meters. That one's 4 meters. I mean, it's a little cheaper. Not much. And this one is 3 meters. This one's 5 meters, but that's way more expensive. We could also use a spader, right? That was 4.5. It's way more expensive. We could use a power harrow, right? No, I think power harrows are just for cultivating. These are all shallow cultivators as well. These are all just cultivators as well. We could always do a plow. I mean, that's always an option. But again, I don't like the plows as much. Okay, we're going to go with the subsoiler. It is just, seems like the best option. I think we're just going to go with the one we like. Or maybe we just change it up a little bit, go with this one just because it's a different color. And, well, actually, might not be cheaper. It's actually not going to be cheaper. So we will go with the one we love and tried and true. You are the guy. Welcome to the party. So we'll grab you. I don't think we're going to need a front weight for this, so we'll be okay with that. We've already obviously paid a bunch of money, but we still got a good chunk of money left. Again, we're going to be able to take another $250,000 in loan, I believe. I should probably double check that. That's how it was in the past games. I should probably double check that I'm not wrong about how much loan we can take. I'm not going to hold on to all this right now, but I just want to check that we can take the full 500K in loan that I remember. Okay, yeah, so we can. That, at the end, I think if I've done the math right, we can get everything else that we need for this amount of money. I might be wrong, but I might have forgotten something when I was doing the math. But, I guess we'll find out when we get there. 480,000 bucks is a lot. You can do a lot with 480,000 bucks. I do want to do the square bales because they're easier to transport, at least for now. So that's kind of the thought process for that. Really, dude? I'm pretty sure you had a stop sign, my friend. I hope you scratched your car. Just saying. We do need a seeder, obviously. So once we get done plowing, we'll obviously have to seed pretty quickly here. More than likely what we'll grab is the roller seeder that I've used on the live stream run, because that one's a pretty good combo for us. All right, let me get the steering assist set up here. Everything looks good. Okay. And we want to, what am I looking for? Activate lane and lower cultivator and auto control, cruise control. I could mix in some contracts, obviously. I mean, we've seen those before. Contracts can be useful, especially like these hauling contracts. Those wouldn't be too bad. Mowing would be fine. Things like that would be okay. For right now, I'm going to try to see if I can hold off on those. If we get short on money, then we'll start doing some contracts at that point. But I don't think we'll actually need them that much. We can focus on our... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn off field stones. I hate field stones. Let me change some settings in that. I assumed it would keep some of my settings from before, but it does not. Lower the time scale. We don't need it to be 5x. Let's see. Seasonal growth, I'm okay with that. Snow is fine. Crop destruction turned off. I don't like crop destruction either. Periodic plowing, I do okay with. Field stones, we do not like. Lime required is okay. Weeds, okay. Disaster destruction is fine. Everything else, I think, is... Basically, we don't want you to buy anything, please. All right. I think that gets us pretty close to where I want to be. I guess this was already plowed, wasn't it? What am I doing? I'm so habitual. Trippy Toad, I actually thought for a second that this was root crops. With the rows, but I actually think this is just plowed. I'll be all right, guys. That is not crops. That is just plowed. Although we are cultivating it. Or no, we're doing a seed bed. I don't think we need the seed bed. I think what we just need to do is just do this field in front of us, and all will be well with the world. No harm, no foul. We did 2 rows. Not a big deal. All this beautiful, what is this, wheat? Yep. But we don't have a harvester, and by the time we lease a harvester, the money we would make from this would probably not be worth it. Steering assist stuff is so beautiful. It's a really nice addition that they put in the game. Right here. Obviously, this little guy doesn't go very fast. Part of the reason why there is value in doing some contracts where we're doing some of this stuff. But well, we'll just get through it. It's gonna be fine. Thankfully, we only have to plow it once, because once we plant the grass, it's all done at that point. That's while you're running. I can, well, we're not going to hear the noise. I thought we would hear the audible when we were in the other menu, but I don't think we will, so never mind. Which I probably put in the outside, and I will get a worker just to do this plowing bit while I go over some of the other purchases. We can do the math on those and see if I messed up anywhere. But I think I've got it all figured out. It's possible some of those things come up in the used lot, and we'll be able to take advantage of that as well. I'm actually going to have you square off this corner here. All right, that is that. Let me get the worker started now, and I will go over kind of a bit more of the plan, I suppose. So worker, you are not going to do the headlands because I've already done that. And okay, so just go. You're going to be able to do it right. You're going to move over and do something funny, aren't you? All right, we'll come back and clean up anything he misses. Oh, was there one more headland? And I didn't realize? There might have been one more headland I didn't realize. We can come do that later. It's not a problem. All right, while he's doing that, let me look at some of the equipment. So, again, we did talk about the baler that we were going to potentially grab. And that is this one right here, 164,000. So 164. We will need a wrapper for that, which will be this one, unfortunately. It's very expensive, but I think it's the right move. So 164 plus 54 puts us at 218. 218, we're a big chunk of the way there. I do want to grab this truck again, because with the square bales, it actually will work really nicely. So 218, and if we give you, I mean, we'll give you the trailer hitch. I don't think it matters that much. We'll give you the bale trailer part. 218 plus 45 puts us at 250, 263. We'll call it 264 because I don't want to have to carry the hundreds. So 264. We will need a mower, a set of mowers. 264. We might be able to get by with a lesser mower, but Well, let me come back to the mowers because we'll see how much we have left over for the mowers. We're at 264. We do need you with the seeder unit, which puts us at 264 plus 285. 285, so we're still okay. We will need what else? Probably lime. 285. Lime we could do lime with manure spreaders, right? Because of the mod I have. So the cheapest one is this one right here. Yes. 285 plus 31. 316. I'm just going to call it 316 because we can round the 500 down because we carried the other one. So 316 at the moment. That leaves us 170. A little bit less than 170, but 165. So 316. 175 is what's left. Unless I've missed something. I think that gets us everything we need. Now, we won't have the storage for the stuff this time, but 175. And if we go to the mowers. Why am I blind? Where's the mowers? There we go. 175. And I would want to do these two mowers. Oh, we're done. We're totally good. Because this mower does windrowing. And this front bit's good. So we're at 85. So yeah, we've got another 80,000 bucks, almost 70,000 bucks at least. So this is good. Which means we might be able to grab that, that storage for the, I don't remember where's that. For all of the bales that we had, because I really liked that thing a lot. It was very nice to kind of keep things tidy. Silo? Yeah, it's one of these. Oh, these are very cheap. So yeah, that's not a problem. We can absolutely grab those. I'm assuming it does square bales. I actually don't remember. Yeah, it does, because we've used them on one of the other mods. So yeah, that's perfect. So we're gonna be fine. Unless I missed a piece of equipment in all of that, which is possible. Because we won't need fertilizer because the fertilizer will come from the rolling. I don't think I missed anything. I'm trying to think. It's my brain is probably not working properly, but I'm pretty sure we got everything we possibly need with all of that equipment. If I did miss something, we got about 70,000 bucks spare. If I didn't, no worries. So let me go ahead and buy. We will need the seeder right now. So let's go ahead and grab the seeder. Let's get that. I mean, we're gonna have to need some seed and stuff like that, obviously, and some lime. So there are a few things. Did I buy you? No, I think I don't think I actually hit it. Why are you not buying? I'm very confused. I don't have one sit over there, right? No. Grassland care. You with the cedar. Buy. Do I want to purchase it? Yes. Why are you not working? What did I break? What? I've bought things a bazillion times. What am I missing? I don't understand. I actually thought about getting one of these instead of the mowers, but yeah, I think that would put us over. So, and it doesn't get a benefit from the mower. Why is this not buying? What in the world? I mean, I could lease it, but that feels like a really sad thing to do. I might have to restart the game here in a minute. So, yeah, very strange. Watch me suddenly pops up and I've bought like 12 of them. That would be great. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go restart the game. I'll also let this guy finish up, and then we'll come back ready to buy that thing in just a moment. All right, we're back. I was able to restart the game, and as soon as I restarted, I was able to buy that thing. So I don't know what bugged out. It's kind of weird. We're gonna zip up here and why are you only going? Oh, the worker. I thought this was me driving. The worker's still going. He's gonna go clean up his little mess here in a second. I love that the worker's that smart. It's funny. Actually, you don't need to do anything. It's funny that he was going to clean that up. I thought that was... Because I literally steered right along with him when he got finished back there, and I thought he was done. Very funny. All right, we're good with that. We'll put this little thing right here like we usually do. And I did, like I said, buy the seeder. So we'll go grab the seeder, get that started, and then we'll probably call it an episode here in just a few minutes. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fun run. Should be a lot of good for us. I did go ahead and pay off all the loan that we did not need anymore, since with the seeder's all we needed for this month until the grass grows. I think we still ultimately have $45,000 in loan. So we're going to pay a little bit of interest. It's not a ton. And of course, we're not making any money yet, so that will just drain away. And we might have to take more loans just to pay the interest for a little bit. But once we start making some grass, making some silage, things will get better quickly. Get back over here, get this thing started. So the purpose of this save, if you weren't part of the live stream, watching any of the live stream stuff, is ultimately to make cakes. And the reason I like to make cakes is one of my first things I do in the farming simulator is that it essentially requires a lot of everything, right? It requires chickens for eggs. So you have to go do grain. It requires cows. You have to do grass and straw. It requires sugar, so you have to do some sort of sugar like that, probably sugar beets. It requires, what else does it require? Strawberries, so there will be some greenhouses, things like that. So there's a lot of different things that goes into cakes. I think it's one of the, it might be the most ingredients of any of the production things, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of my thought process there. That's one reason I like to do cakes, because I get to do a lot of fun little things along the way. Gets us familiar with a lot of the different mechanics that we get to have in the game. I think those stones will unfortunately lay there forever, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get you opened up. Show lines, all that looks good. Yes. Yeah, those stones are going to be there forever. It's going to annoy me to no end. But we are getting grass laid out, right? Yes, we are. Suppose I could get a stone picker upper one time just to pick up that little row of stones, but it'll be alright. I did not back up very well, did I? I think it's because this thing is raising up. It doesn't seem like it wants to back up and turn the way I'm expecting it to. I guess that makes sense because the wheels aren't on the ground yet. Okay. Yeah. Use your brain. That makes sense. Because in this formation, the wheels aren't touching the ground. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. The tires, I should say. I mean, I know these GPS lines existed with mods and the other versions of Farming Simulator, but it really is a game changer in my opinion. Very happy that they exist in the base game now. I've actually missed Farming Simulator a little bit. Glad I got back to it, finally. Go backing up. I just feel like it's faster to go this way. I think this leaves a little row there that I think that technically the border was one row over. We can come back and get that later though. Feels just the right width that it needs a little sliver more than it's not perfect layout for this particular width of cedar. could combine these fields, but I feel like long-term we might want separate crops on them, so I don't know that I do want to combine them. I'll think about it, though. I need to think about what crops we need, what fields we'll have by the time we need those extra crops, and whether combining these fields ultimately will be a better choice or not. I mean, from a field standpoint, it's not like combining them adds that much extra crop, right? It's just one little strip there. But it could make it, you know, a little more efficient to manage, so to speak. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. I usually like the first episode to be a little bit longer. Most of my episodes will be about 25 minutes long, though. Ish. 25 to 30. We'll put a cut in there, though. When we come back, I'll probably already have the other field seeded. That way we're ready to just fast forward right into grass mowing and things like that. But, yeah, I'm excited about getting this started again. I realize we're redoing a lot of stuff we already did in this live stream, but I think it's going to set us a good foundation for what is next. So I'm okay with that personally, and hopefully you guys are as well. And we'll definitely try and see this one through to the cakes and all that stuff and all the fun stuff that's going to be coming. And I think with the addition of allowing the loans, we will be in a much better position overall. So I think that'll work for us. But yeah, if you do like these types of videos and want to see more of them, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications so you know when these videos and more like them go live. Consider commenting down below. I try to read all the comments. I don't necessarily respond to all of them, but I'll read all of them and respond to, you know, ones that I can. And obviously, if you want to support the channel in other ways, there is channel memberships turned on. You can support the channel that way. Do not feel obligated, though. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.